Before I start the video, I would like to say thanks to Beckhoff Japan to borrow me the IPC C6920 and Malaysia they provide the Siemens S210 drive to me to create this video. I really want to say thanks to both of you. Thank you. Hello, I'm Chris. In last video, I showed you how to use Beckhoff.TwinCAT3 to configure a Profinet network with Siemens drive S210. In this video, I will based on the Profinet configuration now and then add a Telegram 13, a Profisafe safety Telegram inside my Siemens drive S210 and trigger the STO function that is integrated in the Siemens drive. I hope you might like my video. Let's start. This is the CPU in Siemens side that I'm using this video. This is a safety PLC S71012F, I think it's that. If using this PLC, you can use the safety communication like Telegram 13 or Profisafe and Profisafe to configure your Profisafe network. And here is a 24 voltage power supply, and here's the e-stop that I connected the first input inside the PLC. That when you open here, you see this cable. Now it's connecting to my Siemens PLC, and now the signal is turning on. Is on. It means now the e-stop is not in a plus. Not plus, because I'm using the NC contact here. So if I press the e-stop, then you see the LED is off. Now the signal is false. But exactly that it is better to use the safety input. But sorry that I don't have the safety input module, so I only can use the normal input point inside my CPU. But the field is same, don't worry. Now we can start to configure our S71200. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me explain my configuration in this video first. In here you will see a Siemens S210 is my main character in my videos, and here's a Beckhoff C6920. In the last part we configure a Profinet network to control this drive with Telegram 3. In this part I will add a Telegram 13. Telegram 13 is a Profisafe network that can let you to trigger the STO as some safety integrated function inside your drive. But the problem now is my Beckhoff C6920 cannot control the Profisafe Telegram 30. So what can we do? Then here is a option in the Profinet. It's called share device. Share device is a great concept that can let you to different controller to access the same station but in the separate slot. So let me explain again. Share device can allow different controller to access the same station but different subslot. So what they mean? In here, I will configure the Siemens S210 as Telegram 3 for the basic control and Telegram 30 for the Profisafe. But in the Beckhoff C6920, we only control the Telegram 3 by using Profi drive. And the other side, for the Telegram 30, for the Telegram 30, the Profisafe Telegram, I control by the S71212F, a safety PLC. Maybe you ask these questions: why you do like this? Why you can only integrate all the Telegram inside one controller? Yes, that's true. But sometimes, for example, we have some exit system in the production line. Before they don't have the safety safety integrate function inside, but in someday they want the safety function. So what can you do? You can just replace your PLC, for example, from 1212 to 1212F something. But you need to concern so many things. You need to concern how many days you need to convert the program from 1212 to 1212F and add the safety program inside and debug in again, and to make sure the NICE run properly without any problem. Or the next option that you can do the option like this. Don't touch anything inside the existing program, and then add a Telegram, some safety application inside, and then use other controller to access this safety part. And this also can reduce your costs, because you know this safety PLC is not very cheap. It's need to pay so many costs. And yes, I explain the configuration in here, so let's go to the next part. Okay, before we configure the S7 1200 CPU, we need to configure our Siemens S210 drive with the Profisafe configurations. So what can we do? First of all, we need to access the web server that integrate inside the S210 drives. You can just enter the IP address 169.254.11.22, and then here is the home page. Go to in the left hand side, go to Save, Integrate and Commissioning, and here you see the screen of the Safety Integrate Commissioning page. First of all, you need to enter your passwords. Because it's not my first time to enter the password, I said it before. If it's your first time, you may need to set your safety password, and don't forget it, okay? And here in the left hand side here, there's some important options that you need to concede. The first one is safety integrate functions. Then you have three options in here. This first one is none, second one is basic functions, and next one is extend functions. In this time, we only use the basic function. That is enough for me. I don't want to trigger my STO functions. And if you want to use extend function, actually you need a license. I think it's a SD card something, but sorry, I don't have this license. So there's also the other reason that why I use the basic functions. And in here, the selection is called control width. You have three options. What's this option? This option is what kind of how to trigger how to control your basic functions. The first one is Profisafe. It means use the safety communication to control the safety functions. The second one is the onboard terminates. In the S210, there is some FDI that is on board, so you can also use this to trigger the STO functions. The last one is use both. In this video, I only use Profisafe. Okay, slow down, press start. Here is parameterizations. I just let the default value in here, no delay time, and if you're interested, you can just search the menu to get more information. Continues. In this control page, little things you need to take care of. The first one is Profisafe Telegram. You get three choice: no Profisafe, no, don't use safety Profisafe Telegram, or use 30 or 901. In my case, I use 30. And choose STO. And here is the Profisafe address. It's very important. Please memo it. And press continue. It is test stop. Also press continue. Finally, press finish to complete the safety integrate commissioning. Okay, so we press finish. Do you want to save it? Yes. Just wait a second. Done. Okay, now you activate the safety integrate function in the drive. Now we can actually do this S7 1200 part. Let's go. Okay, now we can start to configure our TIA project. Here is TIA. I'm using V16. Maybe you can use the newest version V17, but that is not a big deal. Okay, let's start. Go here, add new device. To add a PLC, I'm using 1212F DC. So let's go to S71200 CPU. 1212F CFC DC, this one, yes. And then choose the CPU and with the latest version, because I upgrade my CPU in the latest version. Then press OK. Now TIA Porter will add the CPU in your project. Good. And then I would like to change the IP in here. Go to network view, or so many places you can change the IP, but this way I like it, very convenient. Go to network view, and here is a icon. Click it. Then this is the IP of this port is shown here. You can directly click on there and change the IP. I'll change to 551. Good. And then there's one more thing I need to change, is to go to properties and startup. The default time is 1 minute, but I think it's too long. Change to 6 seconds. Okay, finish. Now we can insert the S200 drive inside our project, but before that you need to download the GSD file. Here is a Sinamics S200 Profinet GSDML. I also mentioned this link in the last video before me, but don't worry, I'll also place it one more time in the description side. So please download this GSDML file and import inside your TIA project. Okay, so here go catalog, search S210. Just wait a second. Then choose 5.1 and then drop into your network. Done. And then now you need to connect your drive to your PLC in Profinet. Just click the Not Unsigned. Click Select IO controller and choose this PLC. Done. Now the Profinet is connected. Change the IP to 97. Actually, there's some rules that when you need to use shared device. The first one is you need to make sure in both sides, in the both side project, in this case one side is Siemens and other side is TwinCAT, they must configure the same IP and device name inside their project. It makes sense, right? Because now they are accepting the same device but just different subslot, so it should be same IP address, same device name, and also same slot. What's the mean? Okay, I'll show you one step by step, don't worry. Okay, let's close. We can close this one and one click on this drive. Clear on this drive. And the first one is go to the Ethernet address. You can also change the IP address in here, and here is you can change the Profinet name in here. Just uncheck the generate Profinet device name automatically, and then you can enter your Profinet device name here. Maybe you can just check it. Go to here, and then select your interface, and start search. Okay, you see this S210 drive name is okay, and go here, just enter the same name. The name is S210 drive. Okay, done. Now this device name is changed to S200 drive. Just check again, double check. It's always help you save the time here. Okay, S200 drive with IP address 192.198.3.96. Okay. Now you configure the Profinet name and IP. Now you can configure the drive itself. Double click it, and the NTI portal will shift to the device view, and click on here, the hardware catalog again, and open the sub module folders. Then you see you can insert so many slots inside. For my case, I will insert the Profisafe LDrvSafe, and then also the stand LDrvSafe. Done. And the last thing, you need to configure the shared device itself. Click here, the drive, and then slow down. Here's the shared device. And then I don't want my CPU extra here. Let's delete. And I don't want my CPU exactly LDrvSafe. Just do it again. Done. Now you see in here you cannot set the IP address, and the color is changed to gray. It means that this telegram is not for your S200 and 1200. It's for other controller, in this case TwinCAT. Okay, so finally just change a little bit easy. Remember the address. Here I change to 100 input and also 100 output. Finish. Save it. Okay, the configuration is done. You insert the CPU, you insert the drive, and set the IP address, and insert the telegram. The next step is you need to create some safety program. There's a website I would like to show you that is here. I'll also place this link in my video descriptions. It is a library that provides from Siemens that you can just drop their function block in your safety program. Then you can take care of all the things you need to take care. There's a library for control from LDrvSafe to 903, and for so many type of drives. Just download it. Here is a zip file. Just download the zip file, and then unzip it. Okay, and now after you unzip it, you can import it in your project. Go to the library view. Here is the library. Oh, I import it again. Sorry, just let me close it. I will import it one more time. Don't worry. Here is the open library, global library. Click it, and here this folder is the library folder. After you unzip the library download from Siemens website, and click the A.AL16. Now the library is inserted in your project. Good. If you browse it, there's so many types of domain library. In here I will use, because I'm using 1200, so it's now S7 1200F is my target. Open the Profisafe control, the control work, and status works. First of all, we use LDrvSafe, right? Let's open the control work, LDrvSafe. This is 3 types of function block and data types. You should read the manual to see more information, so I'll not explain too much in here. I just drop it. I drop the basic one, TPC, into the program blocks. Done. And also the user data type in the PLC data types. Good. After the control work, don't forget to do the status work. LDrvSafe, TCP for LDrvSafe status, drop again, easy. And the data type also drop again, easy. Okay, now the safety library is inserted in your project. The next step, we can create the text for our safety telegram and stop. just in name, open, go to PLC tags, default tag table, and for example, telegram 13 control work, and telegram 13 status work. And in the data type, just choose, go here. The first one is control work, right? Just choose this LDrvSafe blah blah 30 control. And the second one, do the same things but status. Don't remember, we define the address is start from 100, right? Good. And okay, sorry, it's a Q, not I, because it's the output. Good, Q, yes, and here copy here, yes, but I, okay, done. Now inside this variables, you can see there's some data type inside, not to carry it, and we define the e-stop, I-e-stop. It is just a boot type that with I 0.0. Why 0.0? Because if you go to device view and your CPU, you see the first one, the first DI8 and DQ6 is defined from address 0. So that's why in here we'll define an I 0.0. Actually, it's better to use safety IO module, but sorry, I don't have. And then we can define a reset button. I reset. Oh, sorry, my spelling's wrong. Y reset. Boot type. Here I also use M because I only have one switch. Actually, you should also wiring other switch to trigger the reset, but I don't have switch. Sorry about that. Okay, tag is finished. Now we can start to program our our safety program. Don't forget to save it, and go to main safety RTG1 safety runtime group 1. Okay, here's the safety program. So what we do, first of all, we'll insert a e-stop safety function block, drop a empty function over here. Just type e-stop1 and set multi-instance and just say e-stop1. Finish. For the first signal is the signal for the e-stop switch. Just put IE-stop. I would like to acknowledge every time after the e-stop resume. Put true in here, and the reset signal is the I reset. Delay time, the finish. Okay, now e-stop is finished, function block finished. Don't forget to add some comment, better for you to read. E-stop function block. After that, what we do, we can directly drop the library that we download from Siemens and inside your project, inside the safety program. First of all, for control, drop it, branch instance. And what we should that TLG13 control. Okay, done. And then I only use STO, so we just use this out directly. What can we do? E-stop block Q. Finish. Easy. And here, just link the controller directly for the output. Good. And the last one, put the status, do the same thing. Telegram 14 status. Good. And then here, do the same thing. This time you will need to assign the input. Finish. Don't forget to add a comment. For example, the EGRAM 13 control. And the next one is Telegram 13 status. Okay, done. Let's double check again. Safety program add, and address not wrong, and go to device view. Okay, IP is okay. Double device name. Okay, serial device is okay. Device name is okay. I think is, let me see, S210 drive. Okay, so click here, right click, compile, review all. Then its review options will let the TI portal to recompile your whole project. Done. Save it. Oh, I forgot one thing that I need to show you. Go to device view and click your S210 drive and click the Profisafe Telegram. Go property, Profisafe. Here is the address, FDSD address. So what is this? If you remember, in the previous part, we set the FDSD address to 1, right, in the web server. So in here exactly also need to enter the same number. For example, you set 215 in the web server for your drive's safety address. In here you need to also enter 215, enter the same number. Just that. Okay, now here click the CPU and then download. Search your interface, search your subnet, search. You should see your CPU. Okay, just load it, don't worry. Okay, continue without synchronizations, load. Just give me a second. Good. Let's try to start it. Good. I think it's started at normal. Let's click your CPU. Go online. Don't go to save it. And well, go network view. You see now the CPU 1 and the Sinamics S212 and 10. Both are they have a green mark. You mean you can see the device, and click the S210. You see now you also can see the Telegram 13 access is accessing here because it's from the drive. Okay, finally we can test the eStop functions and the STO library. Go click this monitor. Now you can see the queue is off. And this safety is let me see, STO active is true. Okay, so now I will release my eStop. Now you see the eStop becomes true, but the queue is still off, and AC REQ is becomes true. It means that they need a reset signal. So what we can do, just click here and right click, modify to 1 and modify to 0 again. You see now Q is become the true and Q delay also, but the REQ is false. So in here the Q is become the true. Now no STO is activated. Finish. Great. Now the Siemens side also finished. Finally, we only need to do is the TwinCAT side. Go next part. Okay, finally we will configure the TwinCAT side in our project. In the TwinCAT side, there's not so many things you need to do. You just need to insert Telegram 13 into your configurations and actively share device functions. In here, this is the project I created in the last time. Just open the Profinet controller, S210 drive, and then go to API and right click add new items. And go to, sorry, not here, go to drive and add new items. And here, just insert Telegram 13 into your project. Finish and download it. But, sorry, before you download it, one more thing you need to do is go to the drive object and go to share device tab. Here is the access field in here. This field is to define which subslot that TwinCAT can access or not. As I said in here, I only allow my TwinCAT controller to access the last one, the Telegram 3, but only all other access is set to false. So it doesn't mean that TwinCAT can only access Telegram 3, but that's enough for me. Finally, you just go download the project and then check it still works or not. And here I download it into my project and go to the access. Now you see the value is coming here. You can use the joke. You see the data where the access the mode is running in this side and also in this side. Okay, finally I will open the camera to show you how to work. Okay, finally I open the camera. Then in the camera side you can see my Siemens motor and IPC and Siemens PLC that with the Telegram 30 Profisafe telegram. And here is my TwinCAT control panel. If I press the joke button, you can see the motor is rotating, not only always, also the fast way and the other directions. Okay, so what I test in here is I will press the E-stop button while the motor is rotating. Okay, please see it. I hope you can see my yes. Okay. Now if the motor is running, and when I press the E-stop, then you see the motor stop. And although I reset my drive, and if I try to run it again, that is a fault from TwinCAT. It said that the access is not enabled or ready. So because it's still triggered by the S7-1200 and the S210 now cannot be go to ready status until the E-stop resume and reset. Okay, sorry for my very long videos. I hope you like this and see you next time. Bye bye.